California's executive branch governs a state whose economy would rank among the 5 largest in the world if it were a country. Its executive institutions run the largest Medicaid program in the nation, the most extensive highway system, environmental rules that shape federal policy, and a corrections system bigger than most countries. At the center of all this is the governor. The governor's power comes from Article 5 of the California Constitution, which vests the supreme executive power of the state in the governor. That phrase, supreme executive power, is a deliberately broad grant. California courts have read it to include not just powers explicitly listed, but powers reasonably implied by the executive function. The eligibility requirements, by contrast, are modest: a U.S. citizen, a registered California voter, and a resident for at least 5 years. Notably, there is no minimum age beyond voting age, unlike the federal presidency's 35-year requirement. Governors are limited to 2 terms, so what can a governor actually do? Start with the veto. The governor has 30 days to sign a bill, veto it, or let it become law without a signature. A veto can only be overridden by a 2/3 vote of both chambers, which is so hard to achieve that the veto is, in practice, nearly final. Even more powerful is the item veto. For budget bills, the governor can reduce or eliminate individual line items while approving the rest, a unilateral spending control that the U.S. president does not possess. Next is the appointment power, the primary tool for controlling the administrative state. The governor appoints cabinet secretaries, department directors, and crucially, all appellate judges, plus hundreds of members of boards and commissions, from the powerful Air Resources Board to the University of California Regents. Over a 2-term governorship, judicial appointments alone can reshape the courts for decades after the governor leaves office. Finally, clemency. The governor can grant pardons, commutations, and reprieves for all offenses except treason and impeachment. This is one of the few executive powers effectively unreviewable by the other branches, and it carries enormous moral weight, especially in capital cases. Governors vary widely. Some grant hundreds of pardons, others almost none. Add it all up: message power, veto power, appointment power, budget initiative, and clemency, and you have an office of substantial formal authority. But as we'll see, formal authority and effective control are 2 very different things in California.